Hello, hello. So soon after the last one? Really? So soon? This is not like Soups, bro. This guy only streams once a week, maybe. And yet here he is, streaming so soon. Oh my god, how could this what could have possibly gone so wrong? Or maybe it's just something that went so right. Well, either way, here we are, bro. We're here to watch some Oh Crab So Crab. You know how it is. It's like my theme song. And then I already went through the liberty of pulling up all of the stuff for us, bro. It's awesome. It's awesome. I haven't read any of it. So, you know, I can't wait. Hello, hello, welcome. I have not gone through the liberty of spoiling myself, besides the fact that obviously I made a thumbnail, so I saw that there's 4 points on the ego. Everything else I did not look. So, we will see. Oh boy, I cannot wait. But I mean, I know we're not going to be waiting here. So, let's just jump right in. Ryoshu is the 2, and Honglu is the 3. I thought it would kind of be the other way around, to be honest, but Ryoshu did just get a 3-star. She got the maid 3-star. So it makes sense that Honglu would be the 3. I just, like, assumed that it would be the other way around, but here we are. Hopefully, you know, I wonder if Project Moon will break the streak of, you know, bad Honglu ID. Maybe this one will be bad, guys, for once. Honglu got the image teaser? I literally forgot. Like, I don't remember. Anyways, we'll start with Ryoshu. The 2-star, District 20, Eurodivi. Bro, okay, you know, I'm not Slavic or Balkan or anything, so I'm not even gonna try. Gotta screw loose. Skill 1, Blunt Pierce. On the lineup here, we got Lust 2 coins. Gain Tremor Count. At X Tremor Count, gain Clash Power. Sure, gain Tremor Count on self equal to Tremor Count on target. That could be a lot of Tremor Count on self. I was about to say, dude, I'm kind of getting a little bored of self Tremor, but like, gain Tremor Count on self equal to Tremor Count on target has the potential to be so fucking broken. I'm assuming it's gonna be capped though. It's gonna be like max of 4 or something, and then it's just like depression. But like, I mean, imagine if it wasn't though, and you could gain like 20 self tremor. Like, imagine. Moeller Sinclair has that. You could have fooled me, bro. I don't know what that guy does. You could have fooled me. Compression Wind-Up Spanner. Gain Tremor Count. At X Tremor Count, gain Flash Power. At X Tremor Count, gain Coin Power. Inflict Tremor Count on hit. Consume Tremor Count on self and inflict the same amount of Tremor Count on target. He can transfer 10 count from himself to the enemy. Well, Ryoshu can also, apparently. She can do that, and it's probably way better. Percussive Maintenance, Skill 3, Pierce, 3 coins, gain Tremor Count, consume Tremor Count on self to gain Coin Power. If they have X plus, gain Coin Power. Inflict Tremor, Trigger Burst. I mean, that's like the most bland Skill 3 possible for a Tremor ID, I think. Self Tremor. I mean, I'm not saying that it's bad. I'm not saying that it's a bad skill. I'm just saying that it is surprising because recently every ID has like 2 paragraphs worth of text on their skill 3. It's a nice return to form to see 1 line each. Anyways, I mean, that seems pretty standard. It looks it looks extremely average, just based on the kit. We can look at the passive. Well, guard on use gains shield based on tremor count. Whoa, dude, mind blowing. We have no as the passive. When an ally staggers an enemy, follow up with a skill 1 against the staggered enemy. So it is a self-assist attack. If multiple enemies are staggered at once, target the enemy with least health. When using skill 1 with this effect, this unit gains more tremor count from its coin effects and triggers a tremor burst on the last coin. Okay, so it's a follow-up tremor burst. That's really good. just getting a free tremor burst when you're staggering the enemy, which is pretty normal in a tremor team. Just getting a free extra tremor burst, if you have like tremor reverb or whatever, that would go insane. Like, that's just free 100 extra damage. So, I mean, that seems pretty crazy. And then the support passive is the AI. Number 1 deployed ally gains more tremor count from skill or coin effects. Really, really top tier support passive also, for self-tremor IDs. Like, genuinely, this is like a top tier support passive. It's super good. I mean, Ryoshu doesn't have that many good support passives. She has Chef for healing and Base for more damage, but that's basically it. I think this is like a top tier support passive for sure. It seems super good. The only thing is, it's only the number 1 deployed ally. So if it's like, what's it called? If you're like running a meta team or something, usually you want your number 1 deployed ally to be a DPS unit. You're probably going to want to use this passive with Molar Ishmael, if anything. Or I guess Molar Otis, but if you're running Tremor team, I'm assuming Ryoshu might want to be on the team. But usually when you're doing a team comp like that, and you would want to use this with Molar Ishmael, you don't want her on the number 1 slot, because then she would take up all of your DPS passives also. Base Rogia, Gambler, and then, you know, Ting Tang Gambit and stuff like that. I mean, you know, Gambler goes on the highest HP, so that one is not as much of a problem. But Gambit passive from Ting Tang is like 20% damage. You don't want that on like Molar Ishmael usually. So, I mean, I don't know. Number 1, I would prefer if it was like when an ally gains Tremor, gain extra Tremor or something from their skill or coin effects, so that they don't have to be the number 1 deployed ally. That's like the only thing that I have an issue with. Everything else seems pretty good. I mean, there's not really that much to talk about. It just seems like a good ID. It's a Ryoshu ID, so I have no doubts about the performance. To be honest, there's really not much to say besides the passive is spicy because it gives you a free additional Tremor burst. And I wonder if it can trigger multiple times on the same turn if you go between stagger levels, right? Like, what if you stagger someone, she gets an assist attack, and then you stagger plus them in the same turn? I'm assuming it does not trigger twice. I don't know why it would trigger twice, but like, what if you stagger them, she assist attack, Tremor burst, and then it stagger pluses them, and then you get assist attack again, Tremor burst, and then you stagger plus them, and then you get a third one. There's no shot that's how it works, but it would be really funny if it did. But I like 99% sure it would never work like that. But I mean, it seems really solid. I mean, if anything, she is like a Tremor count goddess. Consume Tremor count on self to inflict the same amount of Tremor count on the target. And her skill 2 and 3 probably clash really well. Especially the skill 3 probably deals a solid amount of damage because it gains coin power. Like, this gains clash power and coin power, but this gains coin power twice, so it seems really, the skill 3 seems deceptively effective. We'll see. I don't know. And then reducing target's Tremor count, it depends on how much this is. If it's like by 2 or something, sure. If it's like sloshing Ishmael and it deletes your entire stack, then obviously that's pretty shit. So there's not really much to say about that. I don't know, seems pretty good. Can't really rate, I mean, I don't know. What do you want me to say? Can't really rate it in general because there's like nothing, there's like nothing here. But for a 2-star, it seems promising, I suppose. Then we'll go to Hong Lu's 3-star. Deduction start. On use, gain Tremor. At X Tremor, gain coin power. Sure. Inflict Tremor, gain Tremor count. I mean, this is very, very standard. Morph Cane technique. Pierce 3 coins if the target has 3 or X plus Tremor, gain Clash power, gain Tremor count. At X plus Tremor count, gain coin power. Coin power is very nice. You like to see that. Gain Tremor count. Inflict Tremor. If target has X plus tremor, trigger burst. So his skill 2 is a tremor burst. That's like one of the only skill 2s that burst tremor. I think the only one I can think of is like Molar Otis skill 2. When she hits a certain tremor count, her skill 2, Slice, will burst tremor. And then like Mittelhammer Dawn burst tremor, I guess. But I mean, I'm assuming Honglu is going to be the best one out of all those 3. Also, Roja was skill 2. Oh yeah. Her vibration compression also burst tremor on the 4th point. You are correct, King Noob. Thank you for the reminder. Anyways, those are all mostly conditional though. Like, this is the least conditional out of those, besides Mittelhammer Dawn. But Mittelhammer Dawn is the conditional that you have to run Mittelhammer Dawn, so it's like not it's conditional. But Rose Spanner Roja, you need charge. If you're not at uptie 4, like if you have Rose Spanner Roja at uptie 3, like I do, then getting the charge is a bit of a task, like a small bit of a task. Oh, I forgot to put my Discord on Do Not Disturb. My apologies. That was my notification. But you know, she needs charge. Molar Otis needs self-tremor. It is what it is. Base Mersault does it with no condition. The condition is that you're running base Mersault. Checkmate. But this one is actually, like, organic, bro. If the target has tremor, the target's going to have tremor. So, I mean, this is, like, really free. And then skill 3, you're the culprit. 4 coins. Gain clash power for every X tremor. Alright, that's pretty good for, like, you know, usually when they have 4 coins on the skill 3, you worry a little bit about their clashing. At X or lower tremor count on self, consume tremor count to gain coin power. Consume X tremor count to gain coin power. So I'm assuming that he gains more when he's fully charged. It's kind of like WE Song, like you don't need to charge him fully, but he gets a bonus, like an additional bonus when you charge him fully, or tremor him fully, I guess. So that's pretty neat. If the skill consume tremor count on use, trigger amplitude entanglement into tremor reverb. Tremor reverb! I like that. Combine the entangling tremors effect and the target's tremor type under tremor superposition. Potency and count do not change over entanglement when triggering amplitude conversion for tremor superposition. It activates as amplitude entanglement instead. Out of turn end converted into tremor. Combine the entangling tremors effect and the target's tremor type. So you can stack both of them. So basically what it means is you get to, for one turn, you can fuse 2 different tremor types, right? So you can do like tremor decay and tremor reverb at the same time, and it converts back into tremor. So for one turn you get 2 amplitude conversions at the same time, and then at the turn end it gets rid of both of them and it converts into vanilla tremor again. I mean, that seems really, really good. Like, you could get the combinations are fracture and decay, and then the reverb is obviously the best one. But out of the 2, I think that, hold on, let's see. Which one is which? I get them mixed up by name. Mine's Otis. The red one is Fracture, right? Yeah, so you would want to stack Decay and Reverb, probably. Trigger Tremor Burst and reduce Tremor Count, sure. If the skill consumed X plus Tremor Count, trigger Tremor Burst. If the skill consumed X plus Tremor Count, trigger Tremor Burst. If this unit consumed less than Tremor Count, trigger Burst on self before activate. Okay, so if you wanted him to pop off, you want to have the X plus Tremor Count. Because then he gets 2 additional Tremor Bursts. Well, he gets 1 additional, because on the last coin, it still triggers, but he bursts himself first. So this skill bursts twice. If you have the proper charge, it bursts 3 times. That seems really crazy. Because triggering Reverb and then bursting 3 times is ridiculously crazy. And that's also a lot of defense level down, too. If you're using Where's Oomphy? Where's my boy Oomphy? Tremor Decay. Yeah. Lose defense level for every 4 potency on self or whatever. So, I mean, that seems like ridiculously strong, potentially. And you don't have to worry about your... Like, Amplitude Entanglement into Tremor Superposition seems so good for Tremor, because now you don't have to troll. Because Oomphy Heathcliff, his main weakness is that Tremor Decay is just worse than Tremor Reverb. But now if you can have them both at the same time, it seems really, really good. Wait? Gain shield HP based on Tremor count on target. Sure. Vibro Weld Morph Combat Cane. Unauthorized invention. Turn end, gain damage up next turn equal to the number of times this unit triggered Tremor Burst. That's pretty good, because if they're staggered, you're assuming that they're going to be staggered after you do all of this stuff, then gaining damage up does help him. Because I'm assuming his base damage is not gonna... I am assuming that his base damage is not going to be that crazy, because you're going to be doing Sloth true damage with his Tremor Reverb. So in theory, his base, the coin powers would probably not be that crazy. I'm expecting like average, because the Tremor Reverb is going to be dealing hundreds of damage on its own. So if he already has crazy coin powers, like, you know, there's, I don't know. I mean, the damage up will help. Obviously, this passive is just really good. And then in the Culprit Shoe support passive, when number 1 deployed ID triggers Tremor Burst with a skill or coin effects, chance to trigger an extra Tremor Burst. I mean, obviously that's good. It depends on the percentage chance. Obviously, it's crazy broken. I don't think you'd ever, like, you would never not run him on a Tremor team, though. Like, I don't know what situation this would ever even come up in, because it seems like he seems so crazy for Tremor that I don't think you would ever run the support passive. But, I mean, it's really good, obviously. It's really good. In theory, wouldn't Hong Lu want to not have enough Tremor for his last coin? That way he triggers Burst on himself and then on the enemy. Why would you want to trigger Tremor Burst on himself? Oh, for damage up? Nah, I don't think there's... I don't think it's worth it, bro. I don't think the damage up is going to be as good as consuming Tremor count for more coin power. I think the coin power on the skill 3 probably is better than getting, like, whatever it's probably going to be, like, 2 damage up or something. But then you can't use a good skill. You can't use your good skill because you already used it, so it's probably going to be a skill 3. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's that worth it. We'll see. I mean, it depends on how much he gets. You know... It depends on how much he gets. I'm assuming that if you want to use his skill 3, you'd want to make it the biggest bomb possible. So I don't know. I mean, it's possible. Anyways, I mean, this ID seems fucking crazy. You know, we'll give him number reviews at the end, bro. I'll make the grand return of number reviews, even though I'm so out of touch with the meta right now. We'll try it. Anyways, Everlasting Faust, Vav Tier Ego. 4-coin Blunt on the Awakening. Amazing. So balanced, guys. Who could have seen this coming, where Faust gets a good ego? Target speed is slower, deal percentage, speed difference, more damage. Broken. At X plus highest resonance, inflict Tremor potency. Okay, I don't know how much resonance you're creating on a Tremor team, but sure. That's fine. If highest resonance is Sloth, inflict Tremor count by Tremor potency inflicted. That seems completely broken, by the way. If you just have 3, you just get infinite Tremor count. I mean, this has Sloth on it. Your skill 2 is also Sloth. Molar Otis skill 3 is also Sloth. I mean, I don't know. Dude, imagine if Roge's Clam Ego was Sloth too. Anyways. For X plus turns, you lose Y sanity at the end. Okay, so it's one of those, like, you know... it's one of those, what's it called? The sanity tax ones where it costs, like, 10 or something up front. and then it's just like, what's it called? Stupid ass, insurance policy. Anyways. Inflict tremor, tremor count. Trigger amplitude entanglement into tremor everlasting. Okay. Amplitude entanglement, into tremor superposition, of course. Trigger burst, trigger burst, trigger burst, trigger burst. Reduce target's max speed by half. That's stupid. We'll read Tremor Everlasting first. When hit by skills or coin effects that trigger burst, Tremor Potency on self to trigger an additional Tremor Burst. So if you have a 99 Tremor, then it's a 99% chance to trigger an additional burst. When hit by skills or effects that trigger Tremor Burst, Tremor Count on self trigger... Isn't this the same, or am I crazy? Skills or coins that have... Did they just copy-paste the same thing twice, or, like, am I missing something? Oh, Tremor Count! Oh, Tremor Count! Oh! So you can triple burst. When hit by skills that trigger Tremor Burst, raise stagger threshold by effects potency, reduce count by 1. Okay, so it's multi-burst. Okay. That's a little broken. Everlasting, targets randomly. I mean, we don't really care that much about the overclock, usually. If the target's main speed is lower than this unit's, at X plus highest resonance, inflict tremor potency by highest resonance. If the highest resonance was sloth, inflict tremor count by potency. Sure. I mean, that's all normal. Inflict tremor and tremor count, trigger amplitude conversion, burst to reduce max speed. I mean, that's just normal. That's pretty usual. And then it's running time. Ego passive. When this unit uses a skill to trigger burst, gain haste. So she just becomes super fast. That seems real. I mean, haste is always going to be good. Well, I mean, it's clearly very, very powerful. I mean, I think we can all just see it bursts Tremor like 3 times on the Tremor Everlasting. It bursts 4 times on the skill itself. Reduces the max speed by half. So it's like 7... Nah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 12 bursts. It's like, if you Giga High Roll, if you Omega High Roll, it's like 12 bursts of Tremor. I mean, that's just really funny. Like, it's just really, really funny. If nothing else. Dude, they really want Tremor to be good. That is actually so funny. You know, I mean, that's just really silly. Finally, Tremor Deluge, bro. Yeah, this is like Tremor Deluge for sure, bro. Anyways, we'll do number ratings for all of them. I think Ryoshu is probably going to, if you were to use a self-tremor ID for the AI, I'm assuming you'd want to use Honglu more than anything else, because Otis can at least discard, so she can get consistent value. He does not have discard in his kit, so you'd probably want to use Ryoshu with him, or Molar, I suppose. But she's better Molar Sinclair, basically, allegedly, because she can convert the tremor count, you know, transfer, and everything like that. So, I mean, and she gets assist attack with an additional Tremor Burst, and if you have Tremor Everlasting on the enemy, then it could burst like 2 or 3 times, which is pretty ridiculous. So, I mean, that seems pretty nuts. So, I'd say generally... Okay, there's like 2... We'll have like 2 ratings, okay? I'm gonna rename general rating. We're gonna rename the general rating into like Mirror Dungeon and Story rating. I mean, that's what it was before, but just to make it very clear. General rating is like Mirror Dungeon and Story rating. Is she going to be good in Mirror Dungeon and the story? Mirror Dungeon? Probably. Because there's, you know, what's it called? There's the, ego gifts and stuff like that. So she's obviously Tremor's going to be super good in Mirror Dungeon. The only thing is that it's not super good, when you have to divert your attention to multiple enemies. So Tremor kind of gets a little bit of a knock, generally, because in Mirror Dungeon, a lot of it is just like Mook waves, which are, you know, you could clear them more effectively with another strategy, perhaps. In the story, it's a little bit strange also, because it's also a lot of Mook waves, but for bosses, obviously, it's going to be crazy. So, just based on bossing alone in general content, like story Mirror Dungeon, I'm going to say that it probably is more like, 7? I don't know if it's gonna be that good in this, just generally. It's gonna be like, this ID is, anyway, it's gonna be like a 7, I think. But in Railway, like meta-wise, if you make a team comp around this strategy, I'd say probably like a 9 or a 10, bro. Like, I'm almost certain that Tremor will be relevant in some way. I'm gonna say like a 9, bro, for this ID. For Honglu, meta-wise, I think he's 10. Gonna be honest. I think meta-wise, he's 10 for sure, bro. This ID seems crazy. Just because of Tremor Superposition. He gives you, like, relatively easy access to Tremor Superposition. And Tremor Reverb in the same turn. Which is, like, pretty crazy. So, I think that this combined with the Faust Ego will make it relevant for sure. In some form. In some form. The thing is, getting the Tremor stack up that high, that early, is still tough. Because the potency, like, you can get some good potency. You use LCCB Ishmael to get a big potency stack, but it's not as easy as getting a big sinking stack. That's, like, the only problem. And from what I can tell, again, I'm a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean I'm a bit rusty on the Railway meta right now. So, it's like a little bit hairy, my takes. You gotta take them with a grain of salt, because I've been on hiatus. But, like, from what I can tell, most Railway fights end in, like, 2 to 3 turns. Like, they range from, like, 1 to 3, with the exception of Gas Harpoon, which takes, like, generally 5 or 6 or something like that. It's, like, 5 or 6 turns for Gas Harpoon. So, with that in mind, Tremor could probably be... But Gas Harpoon cleanses all debuffs on her, right? Like, doesn't she? I'm not exactly sure how that fight works. But, are you going to be able to hit an ideal setup in 3 turns? Maybe? It might be possible. Is it going to cost a lot of ego resources? Also, probably. But the thing is... You don't need to run Tremor the whole time in Railway. You can just, like... Okay, the thing is, I'm assuming that this ego... Oopsies. I'm assuming that this ego will not cost, like, Envy and Gloom, right? So, you can run Sinking and then swap onto Tremor and farm up resources for, like... And you can alternate farming resources for them so they don't, like, butt heads on resource generation, right? You know what I mean? So, if you're running out of Gloom and Envy for Rhymeshank and whatever, like, other stuff you might need, you can just swap onto Tremor for the next station, and then use your other resources that you were not using before, and just swap off back and forth. And I don't think that would be bad at all. Like, I'm convinced Tremor will be good, which is a sentence I never thought I'd say in my life. In general, I'd say this idea is probably, like, an 8. I don't think that, like... In general, story content and stuff, and Mirror Dungeon, I mean, in Mirror Dungeon, this idea is obviously a 9 or a 10. Like, in Mirror Dungeon specifically. But in story, not so much, I don't think. For, like, pushing story and stuff like that. But if you're clearing, like, Mirror Dungeon hard and stuff like that, I mean, he would be obviously super good. He does require heavy team synergy, though. Like, you basically need to run a Tremor team. Like, standalone, this idea is pretty fucking useless. So that's gonna also knock him down a few. Because you need to build a team around him, right? If you do build a team around him, like in the meta team or whatever, quote unquote, meta Tremor team, whatever that ends up looking like, he's gonna be like 10 out of 10, like required. But in general, on his own, he's probably like a 6 or something. Like same with Ryoshu, she's probably gonna be like a 6 or something. Like generally standalone, because I don't think his numbers are gonna be that good. But like, if you build a team, like if you build a Tremor team around him, he's obviously gonna be fucking crazy, right? And then, I mean, we don't use numbers to rate egos, so, I mean, this is irrelevant, you know? Yeah, we don't use numbers to rate egos, so, this is irrelevant. I mean, it's just gonna be good, like, obviously. She has no other VoV ego, so you're obviously gonna equip it anyway. There's no reason not to, so there's no point in rating it. It's obviously broken. How many turns until you get 99 Tremor outside of Mirror Dungeon? You don't need exactly 99 by 99, though. Like, you just need, like, a solid stack. Like, maybe, like, 50 by 10 or something is, like, good enough. Like, 50 by 10 or 50 by 15 or something is good enough. Like, you don't need to hit 99.99 exactly. Like, anything above, like, 30 to 40, anything above, like, 35, 40 is already good. How much until 99 potency? Probably a long-ass time. Probably, like, 5 turns at least in order to hit 99 potency. But, I mean, that's, like, ideal conditions. That's, like, ideal conditions. I'm not really rating it on ideal conditions. Because, you know, in ideal conditions, like, obviously everything is going to be pretty good. It's like, bro, imagine if you had a 99 burn stack with, like, 5 Dark Flame. Like, oh my god. Like, yeah, okay, obviously that's gonna be good. Is it ever gonna happen? No. So, I'm not rating based on, like, you know, I'm not rating it based on, like, 99, bro. Like, you're not hitting triple Tremor bursts. You're not hitting 12 Tremor bursts with this ego every time you use it. It's probably gonna be, like, an extra 2 or 3 Tremor bursts, right? So, it would probably burst, like, 6 or 7 times, maybe like 8 times on average. Like probably 6 or 7 is closer to average. I don't think that it would trigger any more than that reasonably. But even then, 6 or 7 Tremor bursts times like around 50 damage is still a hell of a lot of damage on one button. And then you have this guy triggering Tremor Burst 3 times. You have Roast Banner Rogia triggering Tremor Burst like once or twice. You have Molar Otis triggering Tremor Burst like 3 times. Like, it's a lot of damage that adds up really quickly. So, and those IDs aren't like horribly miserable for damage themselves either. So it's not like terrible. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they'll be good. I'm pretty sure they'll be good. And by pretty sure, I mean very sure. I think, anyway. I mean, I don't know. This seems crazy, bro. Are we gonna check Twitter to see what other people think? Maybe we should check Twitter replies, guys, and see what other people are thinking. Surely it will go well. What the fuck is this? Guys, that's very cool and all, but they forgot to announce Rogia's event ID. It stacks but stops at end of turn. Yeah. Alright. I mean, seems pretty normal to me. We got anything in Steam comments, guys? Any intellectual Steam commenters? I suppose this amplitude entanglement summarizes effects of unique tremors instead of converting them. That's true. And as it's written, at end of turn, tremor would convert it to normal tremor. That's true. Thank you. Being an effect that literally disappears after the end of turn, you'll need to reverb ego every time, and everlasting so the effect doesn't disappear. Okay, if you're doing... Okay, the thing is, the way that I'm imagining it, if you're using Tremor Superposition, the enemy's probably gonna die that turn. Like, if we're being honest, there's not gonna be another turn. Like, in 99% likelihood, you're going to use these and the target's just gonna die. Like, it doesn't really matter if it decays at the end of the turn or not, because they're taking, like, thousands worth of sloth-type, like, ego damage. So, it seems pretty fair that it would, you know, convert back into normal. With 99 potency, maybe, but not before that. I mean, when every boss... Okay, the thing is, when every boss has around, like, 1200 health, it's not that unreasonable to assume that they would either get completely screwed or just flat out die. And then if they're not dead, all you have to do the next turn, all you have to do is just use Glupo Honglu Ego once to get reverb again, and then the rest of your team just burst Tremor again. Like, it's not that bad. It's what? It's like 2 egos you need to use, basically. You go, turn 2, like, turn 1, you do setup or something like that. Like, you stack a bunch of Tremor with LCCB Ishmael or something. Turn 1, you stack up Tremor. Turn 2, you use Everlasting Faust and Hong Lu skill 3. And then turn 3, if the target's alive, you just use, like, Glupo Hong Lu to reapply reverb, and then you just go off again. Like, you don't need to use this ego again, unless you, like... Unless the enemy is the most tanky motherfucker ever, right? So, Rupture but more convoluted? I don't even think it's more convoluted, bro, because Rupture takes so much micromanagement that I feel like this is just easier. I mean, it's more words. It's more words that you have to read, that's true. But the setup is less convoluted, I think, than Rupture. Rupture, you have to stack Talisman specifically. You have to get to a certain stack of Talisman. You have to watch every single coin on every single skill to make sure that you're not, like, consuming your entire Rupture stack and keeping it alive the entire time. Like, Rupture takes more work than Tremor does, that's for damn sure. You literally use, like, 4 skills on Tremor and then it's just, like, over, right? And then, obviously, this is not taking into consideration the, Sin Affinities for damage. Like, obviously, the Tremor Reverb does sloth damage. So, if you're selecting to use Tremor against bosses, specifically, like, let's say you're in Railway, and you only want to use Tremor against bosses that it's good against, which is normal, you'd want to use things that are good against other things. You know, let's say the boss is, like, 1.25 or 1.5 times weak to sloth damage. Like, obviously, that's a shit ton more damage you're dealing. Plus, depending on how much Tremor this inflicts, like, depending on how much the resonance matters on this ego, it could actually make a huge difference in terms of damage. Like, this, in theory, because it inflicts Tremor potency and Tremor count, and then on the first coin, it also inflicts more Tremor potency and count. So, if it is a lot of Tremor that this inflicts on its own, that could also be really important. And then it bursts, like, 6 times or whatever. Like, I think that it really, could be super, super good. I mean, Tremor right now is not even in a horrible spot. Like, that's the thing. Tremor right now is not a horrible spot. So, with this much support, I think that it would be actually really strong. Like, it has a really good chance of being really strong. That's my opinion. IMO. IMO. I knew being a Tremor team believer would pay off. For sure, bro. Yeah. I'd say on average, if you're using Everlasting Faust, you'll want to land at least 12 to 20 in total that turn. I mean, like, you know, 12 to 20 that turn is very achievable. Like, a dozen Tremor bursts is, like, very achievable. When is Burn gonna get its turn? Once we get Zhao, who would even get Zhao, bro? I mean, Faust doesn't have a burn ID, guys. Once we get Zhao Faust, then we can talk. I think that's the most likely, because most everyone else has a burn ID. Zhao Rogia. No, Rogia would not get one, and Honglu would not get one because they already have Liu IDs. Like Zhao would be a Liu association ID, right? Rogia has Liu association already. So I don't think they would double up and give them 2 IDs from the same association, right? Like that seems a little weird. It would make the it would make the most sense for it to be Otis, but Otis has Magic Bullet, which sucks. So I guess that leaves Faust and Dawn or something. Out of those 2, I'm assuming it would be more likely that Faust gets it. But like, you know, I'd rather not. I'd rather she didn't. Oh well. Isong would fit. He actually could. No, you're right. You're right. Isong actually could fit. Because he's... It's gonna be Faust because Zhao is married. And the new Faust Ego's in a wedding dress. Yeah, that's so true, bro. I mean, isn't she a widow or something? Anyways, yeah, I mean, these seem like crazy, bro. The Ego especially. Like, this is the one that has me the most excited, obviously. I feel like this is the one that has everyone excited. That seems nuts. Anyways, guys, I think that's enough of this for now. It's not going to be a very long stream today, by the way. I do have other things to do, but we've talked 45 minutes on these things. But I have, we're going to be doing something else. It was a good stream. Good night, everyone. We're going to be doing a little bit of something new, guys. We're going to be playing some LIMBUS Company. I know, crazy. Thank you, thank you. But you might notice a little bit something new when I click touch to start. Oh, we got to agree to some terms here. We got to agree to some terms here, guys. And you know why? It's because we're starting the new series. We're starting the new series, guys. If you were not here last stream, we were talking about it, and I did a little bit of thinking, and I figured it out. We're going to be doing a new series. F2P, default center only. You guys are onto something. We're going to be doing the LIMBUS Nuzlocke. And what that means, the rules are simple. The rules are simple. No resetting. It's free to play account, new account, starting from 0. You can't reset for bad RNG. If a sinner dies in battle using any ID, that sinner is permanently dead forever. Dante cannot revive in this run ever. But it's not going to be no gacha. So, no matter which ID, you know, because lore-wise, right? Lore-wise, every ID is just being applied to the base sinner anyway, you know? So, you know, if an ID dies in battle, like, the sinner is dead. In my opinion. That's my opinion. So once they are dead, they're dead forever. What is the object of the game? Get through the main story. That is literally it. We're trying to clear the main story with each sinner having only one life. There's no other rules. Anything goes besides no resetting, no pay to win. And we're skipping the tutorial because there's scripted deaths, and we cannot tank scripted deaths. What if they die in cutscenes? Cutscenes don't count. Duh. Silly. Anyways, welcome to the new season, guys. Clear all Kathy. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's me. Yo, let's equip some banners, bro. Oh yeah, clear all Kathy, baby. We'll see how far we can get. I am skeptical of this this possibility of this challenge. I'm skeptical of the possibility of this challenge in the first place. But you know, there's always next account. That's all I can say. There's always next account. Now, should we wait until next week? Or should we wait a few days until everything releases? Or should we just pull? Wait, but no resetting allowed? No resetting stages. You can obviously go onto your next account, bro. Like, next account exists. Oh yeah, and obviously no support. We're not doing support. Anyways, we're gonna start here. Extract 10. Ooh, what are we gonna get? Ooh, what are we gonna get? Let's start off strong, guys. Let's start off strong. We're starting off strong. We got a 3-star. We got a 3-star. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. We'll start with the 2s. I've never used this ID in my life. Mittelhammer Dawn, my favorite. And then, oh, Pursuance Mersault. That's crazy. Yo, this ego is such a carry in the story, it's actually insane. Healing egos are premium. Healing egos are premium. So we take those. Give me the next batch. Just 2 stars that are good, please. I don't need 3s. I don't need 3s. I just want 2s. Okay, that's 4 2s. That's good. That's good. Never fucking used this ID in my life. Actually, I used her in the story dungeon. Ooh! Sank Otis. Sank Otis. That's good. That's good. That's really good. Kleinhammer Heathcliff. I'm gonna kill myself. Butler Faust. Never using this ID ever. Okay, our start could have been worse. Our start could have been worse. Sinners, baby. Oh yeah. So who are we gonna use? I think for the first story, that pull was pretty ass. We're probably gonna be using base Sinners for a lot of the time. But I mean, Sank Otis is really solid. Sank Otis is really, really solid, so I can't complain. We can use Kleinhammer, but I think base Heathcliff is just better. So our team is going to be pretty scuffed. Thank you for all of these. And today, we're just going to be doing Chapter 1. You know how it is. The usual. The Outcast. Vroom vroom. I use base Heathcliff until like after Kanto 4. He's really good, honestly. He's one of the better base IDs. Dance time. Alright, so we only get 4 IDs. We'll go here, 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 and here, I suppose. These are probably the best base IDs. I mean, Honglu is pretty decent also. But I kind of like Sinclair a little bit more. Sank Otis solo. Let's not do that yet. Sorry, Don. Oh yeah. Thank you for the advice, guys. Anyways, all that just to hit P enter. Who could have seen this coming? Dude, it's been so long since I played Kanto 1. Obviously, I'm pretty sure it's been so long since anyone has played Kanto 1. No Gregor announcer, why even live? That's honestly, that's a very good question. Things just ain't the same without Gregor. But I think once we get to, like, Chapter 3, things are gonna ramp up so fucking high. Like, things are gonna be so bad.
나의 상대는 어디 있는가?
Oh yeah, I forgot we feed the bus. Base Song was actually pretty decent on teams of non-base IDs, not gonna lie. I think you're lying, bro. I think Base Song is pretty bad. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Base Song is very good, actually. I think that's just you. Anyways, chapter 1 and 2 should be pretty good. Chapter 3 is where things get hairy. We're gonna need some blunt damage. I think base Hong Lu has some blunt damage. Base Heathcliff is obviously gonna be our main carry. Thank you for the yank. Enkefalon. You have some blunt. Yeah, for some reason. I think your skill 3 is blunt too, right? Whirlwind, yeah. So we're probably gonna need to use some blunt damage on Kanto 4 or Kanto 3. That's gonna suck. And Dawn has blunt. That's true. Her skill 2 is blunt. I don't remember. Dude, why did we get the 2 back? I would have actually liked to have. This is one of the only times I would have liked to have Mittelhammer Rogia, bro. Mittelhammer Rogia is actually pretty good. Instead, here we are. But like, obviously the later Kantos are gonna be so rough. Hey Soups, what's going on? Why are you clearing the first Kanto? It's episode 1. I'm currently recording episode 1 of the Limbus Nuzlocke. Oh, I was allowed to have 5 sinners there. I think we'll be okay. I'm smurfing. Yeah, I'm smurfing. But yeah, I don't know how the hell we're gonna get through Kanto 6. 5 and 6 are gonna be so ass. Like, I do not have high hopes. But it's okay. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure everything will be fine. What if you accidentally kill Virgilius in Kanto 6? Do you just lose your guide? I guess so. If you lose Heathcliff or Ishmael, won't the fixed fights in their Kantos be impossible? Yeah. So we just won't? Duh. What? Yeah, obviously they will be impossible, so, you know. Let's not do that, huh? I'm just letting you know, bro. This shit is going to be brutally difficult. Nah, I say bring base Ish or Heathcliff and only use guard skills. Nah, that's cheating. Nah, that's cheating. I'd say if they die, it's a reset. In my opinion. I mean, the odds of anyone dying before we get to that point are pretty slim. The problem is some of the other, like, Isong is going to be pretty difficult because he does not have very many good IDs. I keep forgetting to bring a 5th person. Isong does not have that many good IDs. And he does have fixed battles in Kanto 4. So we're going to need to find a way to preferably not use base Isong on Kanto 4. Because, you know, that would be pretty bad. And a lot of his good IDs are high rarity. The best 2-star is like Molar.
자, 나의 승리다.
간다.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
어떠냐? 쉽네.
Dude, I forgot how good it feels to use base Heathcliff, by the way. That ID is, like, slaps, bro, actually. I'm really liking this Yuri character. I hope nothing happens to her in this Nuzlocke. Me too. Me too. Oh boy, I sure hope so too. Let's look at the map again. Oh, what a cutie. What a cutie patootie.
방금의 결투를 그림으로 그려냈다면 분명 이것은 걸작이었을 것입니다.
For our 6th person, we'll do Hong Lu, I suppose. I mean, Gregor's not bad if you can get him to max sanity, but Hong Lu has more coins, so I think he's more consistent.
길게 끌 거 없어. 바로 간다.
I think next week Mersault is targeted extraction. It could be nice to have decent Mersault to pair with Pursuance. I agree. It would be very nice, actually. So in a few days, we'll get a Mersault ID. Hopefully, it's not completely trash. Dude, I will take almost anyone, to be honest. Like, what Mersault IDs are truly terrible? Like, W Corp is really bad. Until you get Uptype 4, which is a pipe dream for us. Uptype 4 is not coming in a million years. Like, I will take almost anyone, to be honest. Dead Dog Mersault. It's W, N Corp, and R Corp. I mean, his 2-stars are boosted also. I'm not holding out hope for a 3-star Mersault.
길게 끌 거 없어. 바로 간다.
도착했다.
해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요. 아름답진 않네.
I believe the starter banner guarantees you an ego or an ID, right? A 3-star ID. So, I probably would have preferred to get a 3-star ID than an ego, if I'm being honest. But Pursuance we were super lucky with, so I guess I can't really complain.
나의 승리다. 해보겠습니다. 자, 나의 승리다. 해냈어요.
And this is like hella nostalgic for me. I don't know how many people here are day 1 players, but like, dude, day 1 with base sinners only and shit like that, except G. Gregor. Day 1 with base sinners only, except G. Gregor. Those were such vibes. One of the best egos, if not the best you could have pulled. Well, let's not get too crazy here. I don't think it's one of the best. The best ego would be Fluid Sack. The best ego would probably be Fluid Sack, if I were to guess, in my personal opinion. But, I mean, you know, or like a 5-slot AoE would have been good. Oh, you can't pull Fluid Sack. I thought you could pull Fluid Sack. Am I crazy? Or is it dispense only? I could have sworn you could pull Fluid Sack. Maybe I'm actually stupid. I mean, I've owned it since Season 1, so I actually don't know. I literally don't know how it works, so... Battle Pass are dispense only. I've had every Battle Pass, so I actually would not know. It's like, that's so funny. I'm a filthy gemmer. It is what it is. What can I say?
쉽네.
Well then, yeah, I guess for pulls it would have been one of the best. I'm trying to think of any other ones that are like super hard carry that we could have pulled. The lines are kind of fuzzy. I don't exactly... Oh! I need to make a module. We're on dungeon number 1. Do we have any XP tickets to boost anything with? Nope. We got nothing. Alright, dungeon number 1. This is our team. XP and thread Lux. We need to clear chapter 2 to chapter 2 to unlock Lux. Oh god.
이게 최선이겠죠?
I don't actually remember who my first 3-star was. Well, if you played on day 1, your first 3-star was Blade Lineage Song. So, there you go. You get him in the mail. Anyways, I have not played this fucking dungeon since, like, launch, literally. This is actually so crazy. 4, 5.
나의 상대는 어디 있는가? 해보겠습니다.
Sadly, I was season 2. No, that is sad. Anyways, I can't wait for, like, the super unlucky clashes to happen later in the game. And then, like, you know, instead of taking, like, 5 damage or whatever from enemies, you know, when you get late game and you, like, roll tails on 45 sanity, your guy just, like, fucking gets staggered or dies. Like, that's gonna be so fucked. Like, I have so low hopes for the possibility of this challenge, but I'm willing to surprise myself.
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
Like, dude, what if you just roll tails on, like, Nelly or something? Like, you make it all the way to chapter 4, you roll tails on Nelly, and she just, like, freezes one of your IDs. She freezes one of your IDs and insta-kills them. Yo, let me... Okay, that... Faust the Yapper.
먼저 간다.
Surely its assist attack and defense won't just kill someone. Yeah, like, dude, Ahab is gonna be so bad, too. First 3-star I got was Ting Tang. You're so lucky, actually. Ting Tang is your first one. That's ridiculous. Wait, why are these guys living on 1, by the way? I don't remember this at all. Are they scripted livers? Speed. Before we continue further into the battle. Dude, the tutorial... I don't care about the tutorial, bro. Alright. Thank you, Faust, for your input.
해보겠습니다. 해냈어요. 자, 나의 승리다.
They changed the tutorial a bit. I mean, it's been so long that I don't remember what it was like before. But yeah, dude, I did not get Ting Tang for so long. Actually, because of line 1, Ting Tang was the reason I bought the battle pass, because I needed him and I did not have enough boxes from the to compete at, like, low turning in line 1. And you need to have Ting Tang for his passive and for stage 2. So so that's literally the reason I bought it. Anyways, we'll just farm sanity just for it to get erased later on. That was me with Heathcliff and Ishmael. I didn't get them until after. I did not get Reindeer until I dispensed her. But I will have you know, my first ever gacha 3-star, besides... no, it actually wasn't G. Gregor. Because I pulled on the you obviously pull on the beginner banner when you're first starting. My first gacha 3-star in the entire game was Rabbit. Which is so funny. That was my notification, by the way. My apologies. So if that doesn't tell you what kind of a person I am, bro, it was literally my first ever gacha 3-star was Rabbit from the beginner banner. And I remember he was, like, rated mid-tier because no one knew how he worked. Like, people did not know how ammo worked or anything at the time. Hopkins, bro, fuck yourself, Hopkins. How's that? Goodbye, sanity.
뭐 이쯤이면
Did we get ego gifts in this dungeon? I literally don't remember. Oh no. Boss fight. This is Ebony Stem, right? Ebony Queen?
상쾌한 기분.
That felt real good. Oh no, Aya dies! I remember Aya gets killed by Ebony Queen. That's fucked. And then Hopkins betrays us or something. Ah, this piece of shit.
단테.
Can our manager not restore the lives of our guides using the clock's power? Unlucky, bro. He can't restore any lives, actually.
시계는 수감자들에게만 동작해요.
I didn't think G. Greg would fall off. Those were the days. Bro, that was actually true. I rolled for G. Gregor and Lantern during launch day. I got Lantern randomly. Lantern was the first ego that I pulled. I pulled Lantern and Rabbit on like launch day. And I just like kept that account because I didn't feel like resetting. No! Dude, I don't want to... Can we just skip and then nothing happens to Aya, guys? I kind of miss her actually now. We'll just pretend like nothing happened. $456 health. I remember when these were the days. Root Spike struggling, huh? That's tough. That is tough. And you're dealing a lot of damage to Honglu here. Hopeless. Oh my god. Wait, why are you so fucking powerful? Dude, these clashes are so screwed up. Why do you roll for a 13? Jesus. Oh my god. Stop.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
We didn't even kill the damn fruit. Are you serious? Yep, misery. 8 damage. Yep, misery. Yep, misery. We're off to a good start. Struggling. Hit him with that fatty evade. The fatty base power, the base level evade. She simply dodged the branch and ran away. See, exactly. Oh, fuck me. One of these days. Yeah, checks and balances, bro. The government system has failed us. Oh, big. Alright, no more speed down. Struggling. Dude, I mean, we could use ego. I think we're okay. Our Sinclair has taken a concerning amount of damage, actually. Somehow. It will continue to take a concerning amount of damage, actually. Dude, I forgot how bad Sanity is on these early fights. Like, this is so bad. Never evading, I suppose. I don't deserve to. You have an evade as well. Who is ineffective to Pierce? I mean, I know that you're weak to it. You're the only one ineffective to Pierce? Okay, I suppose you're gonna have to tank then. Do it like this.
완벽한 거리군.
I guess you already reviewed? Yes, I did. Why do you only hit the heads when it doesn't matter anymore? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. This is like a Mirror Dungeon final boss? Dude, it actually is, though.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
Good stagger, though. Never dodge. Never ever using evade. Okay, is there a way for us to stop this mass attack? Left stem. I mean, if it breaks, does it destroy and severable? What does severable mean? Dude, this is like new terminology. What the fuck is severable? Does that mean that it cancels actions if I break it? Is that what that means? I kind of don't want to take any chances. I literally, like, I wish I knew what that meant. You're hitting Hong Lu for 13.
해보겠습니다.
Please, bro. Okay, we're staggered. I think it means it doesn't attack anymore after the part is broken. I wish. I wish I knew. We only hit heads after it doesn't matter. I mean, that's just typical.
어떠냐?
Get him. Her. It.
아름다운 작품을 하나 만들었지.
Another easy W for the boys.
완벽한 거리군.
쉽네.
Got him. Not even breaking a sweat.
뭐야? 끝이야?
이곳을 다시 오게 될 줄 몰.
Oh, why is it all green and stuff? What the hell? Oh, ebony brooch. I forgot these ego gifts existed.
그럴듯한 예술이라면 더 좋을 텐데 말이야.
Dude, why is it all green and shit? Oh, you piece of shit. G Corp head corporal whatever, Andy. I hate you. This guy. G Corp head manager. Shut up, bro. The yapper.
완벽한 거리군.
Seeing him on my form empties literally scarred me for life.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠? 해보기는 할게요. 안 되면 늘 승리하니까요. 나의 승리다.
쉽네.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지. 뻔하지. 해냈어요.
Dead run G Corp head managers here? Not for long. Dude, the saddest thing about this Kanto is just how they did Gregor dirty by making him Kanto 1.
어디 있는가?
SMH, bro.
이곳부터는 폐장병들이 머물렀던 흔적.
They actually did Bug Guy dirty.
해보겠습니다.
At least he didn't get Rogia treatment. I liked Kanto 2 except for the ending.
먼저 간다.
Kanto 2 was actually funny. It's like, you know those, like, old, like, heist... Okay, I say old, it's not that old. But, like, the conventional, like, heist movie where, you know, it's like assembling the team and then, you know, making the plan and then everything goes wrong and stuff like that. It's like a comedy heist movie plot. Like, that's like classic, you know? And that's basically what they did, and I was like all for it, dude. But then we hit the dungeon, and then it's just like, oh shit, guys, I forgot, we have to throw in literary references. Fuck. And then the entire dungeon is just so strange. Like, for what? Canteen. Yo, Soupy needed to run to the store. Why are we limbusing? We're doing the... what, you're complaining that I'm playing Limbus? All allies lose sanity. Gain ego gift. Begin combat to gain a stronger ego gift. Sure. We are doing the Limbus Nuzlocke. If a sinner dies, they are dead permanently. No ifs, ands, or buts. No resetting. Like you can't quit out of a stage. It's like the most brutal challenge ever. If this first run goes terribly wrong, then, you know, if this run goes terribly wrong, then we might need to adjust the rules to make it playable. But, I mean, you know, we will see. And that goes for any ID on any sinner. If any ID on a sinner dies, then that sinner is dead. That's the rules. Sorry, bro. I don't make them. I just play them. Except I'm the one who made them. Because, like, you know, in the lore, when sinners assume an ID, it's just like a mirror. Oh my god, 5 offense and defense level? What the fuck? In the lore, when sinners use an ID, you know, it's just being applied to them. It's not really them. So, when you think about it, it makes sense. When an ID dies, that sinner dies. I mean, it makes sense, you know? We're just playing fairly. Who do I want sanity on? Probably Sinclair. Or Heathcliff is pretty good too. And we're doing it with a new account, obviously. The goal is to get through the entire story. That is the goal. Oh my god, get splattered. Now, I don't really remember that many mechanics on the first couple fights. Okay, so we have to kill the masks. At least one of them. I think Heathcliff just kind of one-shots them, right? But I would rather clash. So I don't take damage. That's probably for the best. We have like 2 turns to kill the masks. So, should be okay. Okay, there's no way you win against this though. Okay, cool. Oh, very nice. Sinclair hit 3 heads. Finally, a little bit of luck on my side. Cool. And you're doing it with new account, of course. It's like kind of 6 with dead rabbit IDs. Yeah, honestly. We can break both of your arms, but it's kind of wasted damage, to be honest. Ryoshi's a goner, she's so fragile, I bet she's the first to die. The first Tails on 45 we've seen this run. I sure hope it doesn't happen very often. Oh yeah, this is peak. This is peak. Alright, so we can offer a clay doll. And then we should try and get sanity up here as well. The funny thing is, like, some, all for a sinner. I think I'm good, bro. The funny thing is, because sinners nowadays have they're required for their own dungeon and stuff, like their own fights. It's actually, like, really, really impossible if some sinners die. Like, right now, at the current state of the game, you literally cannot let, you literally cannot let, Heathcliff die. You cannot let Isong die, and you cannot let Ishmael die. Which is gonna be really fucking sad. It's gonna be really tough. We need to kill one of these in 2 turns. Is there a rule of no 3 stars, or are we just chilling? I missed the polls. No, we're allowed to use whatever the hell we want, but we are only allowed to gacha for now. We could probably be allowed to dispense. I don't think it would be OP if we were allowed to dispense. Are you serious? We did not kill this guy. We need to ensure that we kill this thing, unfortunately. Even though it's, like, wasting damage. But, like, nothing is off the table as long as it's within the rules. So if I get, like, a full-ass meta team comp, you best believe I'm using it. Like, dead ass, bro. I will offer a clay doll. And then I will hit you in the face a lot.
해보겠습니다.
Time to use Uptie 2 Liu Mersault, like the good old days. I don't think I ever had Liu Mersault for the longest time. 25. Yeah, okay, you guys are so screwed here. We are very above pace in terms of damage, so we get there easily. I'm surprised you're not using Butler Faust. I don't know how good Butler Faust is. I mean, we can look. I just thought she was only sinking synergy for the most part. On all enemies 5 times. Why is it worded like this? Is it 5x5 burn? Is that what that means? Actually, I don't think she's good, but she's new. New IDs, wahoo. I mean, we can look. She's actually not bad for... She's actually not bad. I really should be. I definitely should be, actually. She's really not bad. Instead of maybe, like, Hong Lu. Or Sinclair. Maybe Sinclair. I'm not sure. She's not bad. We can't use her in this dungeon, unfortunately. Because we equipped late. Unless you can change at the rest stop, can you? You can, but she's only level 1. She's only level 1. Ah, okay. That will be pretty tough. We'll see. I guess I want to take this. Ego gift. Dude, I don't remember, like, any of this. Key foothold. Defense line 317, 1000 hours. What the hell is happening? I mean, obviously, we're in the middle of the smoke war. Instead of Sinclair, we can try use Butler Faust at level 1. Honestly, I don't think the difference between level 1 and level 6 is going to be that bad. But Sinclair's skill 2 is kind of miserable.
나의 상대는 어디 있는가?
Everything is wobbling. I'm sorry, Yuri. It's fine. It'll be over soon. Yeah, she's still fine on clashes here. Allegedly. Let's see if she actually is. Nope. Nope, she actually loses the clash. That's awesome.
재밌는 순간이에요.
What are her resistances? Ineffective to blunt, fatal to lust. On the apple fight, she'll be pretty good, because she's a little bit tanky against blunt.
먼저 간다.
And because she's under-leveled, she actually does get sanity for killing people, which is really helpful.
완벽한 거리군. 자, 나의
That's pretty handy, actually. Maybe we should we read the story a little bit? 1 or 2? I don't think anyone has read this in a million years.
아까랑 같은 장소네요.
There's a strong tug at Heathcliff's coat from behind.
당신들 미쳤어? 어서 대피하라고!
Toma, I remember
폭탄에
you.
노출되면 급격하게 노화가 돼.
You'll age rapidly. Is that T-Corp? Dude, now coming back with new knowledge? That's actually crazy.
옆둥지
The
직원들은
next
지금
hour is
전쟁을
turned into a
보고
nursing home.
지팡이 없이는 걷지도 못한다니까.
잠깐.
I've never read Kanto 1 to 3 story. What is wrong with you? You're actually so fake. Even I have.
하지만 너무 걱정하지 마.
Manager Gregor's with
그레고님이
us.
계시니까 우리와 다르게
He doesn't suffer side
부작용도
effects, and
적고
he can regenerate his arm.
심지어 재생까지 가능하잖아요. 실력으로는
He was
누구보다
operated on by
탁월한
none other
헤르만
than
이사님이
Herman,
직접
our most
쏘신
skilled
분인데
director.
그런 분이 후발부대에 계시면 안 되죠? 제가 태워다 드리겠습니다.
뭔데? 가까이 오지 마.
왜 도망가세요?
You should raise Jico's banner and take the lead from the front lines.
난 한 번도 원한 적 없었어. 개조도.
앞장서서
I was a whole season behind. I thought I had to catch up somehow. You're missing out, bro. Especially Kanto 3 was really good. Oh, he's not looking too hot.
또 싸워야 돼? 슬슬 속이 안 좋아지는데.
무슨 헛소리지? 명령 불복종자가 되고 싶은 건가?
I think we should run.
탁월한 계획이
Excellent plan, manager.
치고 빠질 때를 잘 아시는군요.
Thanks, Otis. Otis's glazing just never gets old.
뭐 이런 녀석이 다 있어?
You still got the theater to watch the history. I mean, yeah, but it's less fun if you're not playing. You know, like just watching through a trillion cutscenes is super. It's way less immersive than if you're like playing, in my opinion.
구태는 이해가 되지 않아요. 전 직원들을 대상으로 개조가 이루어졌다고는 사실과는 다소 다른 그레고르 씨의
The path was opened by
기억이
Gregor's feelings rather than memories.
마음속에서 아군들은 그 둥지에서 모든 직원들이
대부분
다들 동의하에 집도되었던 건가요?
엘사 직원들은 동의를 구하고 인신공양을 했던가?
그거
You also can't see combat cutscenes. Oh, that's true. Like Damien. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
우린 알지 못했지만
It's been a whole year. I know the story. Yeah, but it's different knowing it versus playing it.
공포를 직면해야만.
Face the fear. Save the ego.
그러니까 입사한 직원
우리라고 달랐을까?
You hear a faint voice. Please help. Run a pride check to gain an ego gift. What is this? Bandages or something? Very high. Okay. Oof. I was gonna mauled. Shoddy dressing. The bandages. Allies gain 10% max health. Sure. Face the sin, save the ego. I'm killing you. I'm killing you. Bye-bye. What's the delay?
잠시만요.
Gas mask fell off my bag. Oh no.
아야씨.
It's Aya's memento.
유품이
It will be in the ending screen.
세상에서 가장 의미 없는 짓을 하는
반대로 묶어. 네? 매듭이요. 그렇게 묶으면
Ishmael knows some sailor knots. Dude, after knowing the characters, this is actually so crazy playing again. That's actually crazy, dude. After knowing the character, because what? Okay, I think when we all played, bro, I literally struggled to remember all of their names. Like, that's actually crazy. Because there's 12 people that you are struck with immediately, plus Dante, plus Virgilius and Charon. It's like so impossible to remember their names. Like, it literally took me over a week just to remember who is who, like by image. It's actually that was, but now that you know the characters, it's actually so chill.
방법 알려드릴게요. 아, 고마워요.
Back on the bus. Capital D colon. There's a sailor knot I learned. It'll teach you how to do it back on the bus.
유리, 이렇게
Why don't you join our
limbus
company?
company
Capital D colon.
시간제로 한 세-
Bible thump.
알아. 베르길리우스가
She just said ara
그
ara.
윗선의
It's
권한이라는
over.
거. 그래도 말은 꺼내볼 수. 글쎄요. 그리고 분홍머리가
Pink hair makes a perfect mascot.
제격이거든. 마스코트요?
Woohoo, guys. Yuri's joining us. I hope we get a bunch of wacky fun characters. Taking a check right after a rest stop is like actually so sad. I fucking hate this. Doppelganger still holding a silly pose.
난 저런 표정은 짓지 않는 하지만 팔에 나 있는 털만큼은 역겹게 아주 잘 그렸고 누가 그린 거지? 유머가 늘었다. 악몽 속에 오래 잠겨 있다 보니
Being consumed by a nightmare for so long must have made me crave liveliness.
쥐사 새끼들은 모조리 참수시켜버려야 돼.
누군가 중얼거리면서 바닥에 가래침을 뱉는 목소리의 방향이 어디로 향했는지는 쳐다보지 않아도 알 수 있었다. 그래서였을까? 속이
Oh, yeah, here we go.
저기요, 괜찮으세요? 어이, 괜찮은 거야? 얼굴
Doesn't his arm goes out of control or something?
그래.
And he almost
여기
kills someone?
선장터야.
Or he does kill someone? Like a civilian?
당신들
토마 씨, 대사가 슬슬
Look, Toma,
지겨워져서
I'm
그런데
starting to get sick.
우린 미치지도 않았고 누아 폭탄.
아니 나 살려달라고 죽고 싶지 않아.
There he goes. Colon D. That cat bastard has to be alive still. Yeah.
선언 후퇴.
다 같이 군죽행이 되겠어.
듣는 중이에요.
There are too many variables to consider in the fathoms of the... I cannot be hasty with my judgment. Now, dude, now I remember why I did not like Faust. This is... now I'm starting to remember why I did not like Faust, bro. It's... there are too many variables. I cannot be hasty with my judgment. It all started on day one. It all started on day one.
고민할 것이 뭐가 있겠는가? 진정한 영웅은 어떠한 고난에도 굴복하지 않지. 난 묵사발이 되어버린 시체는 미안 단테. 당신 보고 한 말은 아니야.
It's tempting to say something back, but I figure now is the time to keep my mouth shut. True. Toma more like Togon. That's fucked up.
아직도 생각 중이신가? 모르는 건 없다며.
당장의 해결책을 물어본 거라면.
I've come up with one. The only thing is, objective is not nearby.
장난해? 지금까지 겨우 알아낸 게 그거야?
Sudden close shave with a massive palm helped him focus his energy on his legs.
그레고르 씨?
뭐야? 왜 갑자기 멈춰?
알 것 같아.
I think I see it now. Wait, hold on. Can I turn up the volume?
이것이 내 세계라면 우리들은
We shouldn't run away.
저 손을
Yeah,
피해.
turn it down a little bit again.
기어이 마탱이가 가버렸냐?
그레고르 확실한가요?
지금까지
My own free will never played much of a role.
하나. 이건
It
역시
only makes sense that resisting is
저항
meaningless.
자체가 무의미한 공 그렇다면 저항을 그만두는 게 해답일지도 몰라.
진심이냐?
그리고 말이지.
Look at the paint. It's Herman.
저런 무늬의 매니큐어는 손바닥의 주인이 그 사람이 맞다면 파우스트 씨, 당신 이게 내 마음의 길이랬나? 그렇다면 확실할 거야. 내 마음의 길은 악몽 길도 그 사람.
Dude, I just remember what happens at the end of the Kanto, bro. The fucking bastards just pull up and steal it. Thanks for getting the golden bow for us. I'll be taking that. Oh my god. I hate those motherfuckers. Damn, Herman kind of has some good manicure, though. All allies lose SP. Gregor loses a lot of SP. Yeah, okay. It is what it is, Gregor.
나의
Sorry.
상대는 어디 있는가? 예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
포맨이 단정하지 않군요.
Butler Faust being blunt is actually pretty useful here.
어떠냐?
She will probably be useful in Kanto 3 as well. And we need all the blunt damage we can get for that chapter.
나의 승리다.
어떠냐?
이쪽으로.
자, 나의 승리다.
At the start of the turn, allies with 50% heal 5 health. Oh, we just steal their passive. That's pretty neat. And then Picatulums. Yay! I love Picatulums.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지. 뻔하지. 기다려. 아직 안 끝났어.
Oh my god. Get one shot.
포맨이 단정하지 않군요.
Wait, Butler Faust at Uptide 1 is kind of flames. She's actually kind of tearing it up. I'm not gonna lie, she actually kind of cleans house a little bit. No pun intended. I mean, she's literally a butler. I mean,
예술이 뭔지
you like that joke, guys? Haha. She cleans house because she's a butler? No? No one? No takers?
즉시 퇴거하시죠.
완벽한
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'll apologize for that joke then. Tough crowd.
자, 나의 승리다.
Final boss. Level 7? Oh no, guys. Level 7? I'm a little scared.
파우스트가
I'm a little
맞이하죠.
scared, guys.
텐테.
Something about containment unit feels different.
네.
Most likely where we can find the Abno in which the golden bow has taken root.
그레고르 씨, 버스로
We'll
돌아가면
go back. Can I teach Charon how to use a map?
보는 법을 알려줘도 될까요?
Capital D colon. Sure you can.
그래.
I'm sure she'll like it.
좋아할 거야.
그럴 리가요.
돌아갈 곳이
It's nice to
있다는
have a
건
place to go back to.
좋은 거네요.
Semicolon dash semicolon. Hey guys, it's me, the apple. Don't mind me, just appling around. Save our good skills and just farm sanity here.
안 되면 어쩔 수 없지만요.
I think we want to stay on stage 1. Like, we probably want to stall this first phase for a while to farm, if possible. But he is very squishy. It's like 300 health, so it's not looking too good for us. And Heathcliff has 1 speed. You roll 1 to 4 at... What the fuck? What are these speed ranges? I guess we have to.
먼저 간다.
Capital D colon, apple, semicolon, dash, semicolon, apple, skull. That's fucked up. That's messed up of you to say, by the way. I don't know why'd you have to say it like that. Anyways, I guess we rotate skill once here. Dude, it's so strange playing with uptie 1 units that only have 5 skills in their rotation. Alright, here we go. I remember Apple, for the first time, kind of kicked our ass, bro. Who will keep her safe? Who do I trust to keep her safe? I mean, Hong Lu has a pretty good chance. The apple's body broke? I'll go check it out, Yuri said to the others. The sinner with the bug's arm seems nervous. Does he want to go with her? He is not here. Guys, I trust Hong Lu. Oh, we made it. Hong Lu managed to escape, but it seems Yuri couldn't. The fruit's flesh melted to form a new body? Don't feel too guilty about it. 1 lost life is better than 2? There's no need to shower me with praise. Fuck you. Guys, what the fuck? The Abno devoured Yuri in 1 bite. What the fuck? She was gone without a trace. That's fucked up. I will avenge Yuri. Fight until my last breath. You bastard! How could you do this to my precious child? Please. Okay, thank God. Apple around and find out. Shut up. Oh, that hurts a lot. Oh my god. If we stagger the head, or if we break the head, it stuns it, though. I remember, it staggers it. So we have to get through the head somehow. Can we please not lose this, though? Miserable. If we can get through head, we get through head this turn, for sure. This is rough. No one else can deflect these hits either. We have ego resources for egos though, so I mean that's not bad. We're gonna have to do like speed manip or something here. Head is fatal to blunt and sloth. Blunt and sloth. Weak to wrath. I mean fatal to blunt. We can use body sack. We'll do an AoE here as well. We can do an evade, I'm down. It should break the head. I don't know if it's destructible and whatever the other word is. The other term that they use. You'll get shoved in this bag too. Oh, we've broken the head immediately. I think it still attacks though. Yeah, it still clashes, so it was wise to do it this way.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
Gaining sanity. Okay, dodging. Alright, you're screwed. Actually, I don't think we kill you this turn, so we're gonna save our skills. Actually, 57, 36, 34. I think we're okay to use our good skills here a little bit. Just to squeeze some damage in. Try and race this apple. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Okay. We just get in here and we're good. You're super dead. Shout out to OG representation emitter giving +2 base power for the first 10 turns. Dude, that was actually stupid. I forgot about this cutscene. What is this? Beyond it, I see a wave of radiant glowing light. Is that the golden bow?
저 혹시 림버스 컴퍼니에서 오신 분들 맞나?
You're okay, Yuri. Colon D.
버스로 돌아가면 카론한테 알려줘도 될까요?
Oh. Yay. Oh. Capital D colon. That's messed up. Yuri's head stood motionless facing Gregor. You're new. Yeah. That isn't Yuri.
그래.
Yeah, I think you're right.
생각에도 그런
I
것
think
같아.
you're right. Colon D, Yuri. Yeah, D colon Yuri.
죽고 싶지 않았어요.
Cut her down, Gregor.
그 누구도
Oh yeah, the civilian. See, I told you.
이건
The verminous arm stopped right before reaching the civilian's throat.
여자를 놔줘. 아니면 대응 공격을 하겠다.
내 팔을 잘라줘. 어서!
다시 말한다. 놔주지 않으면 달라고. 괜찮으십니까?
가까이 오지 마. 가까이 오면 안 돼.
Rush as far as it remembered. It didn't kill everyone, did it?
그레고로 과장님 항상 존경하고 있습니다.
존경하지 마. 난 내가 원해서 참자.
그럼 난 도대체 어쩌라는 거예요?
그냥 살아가 제발. 우리가
You would think that, dude, something as important as the Smoke War, you would think that they would leave that chapter for, like, you know, later, right? Or am I crazy? Bro, wouldn't they want to save the Smoke War chapter, you know? I feel like that one's pretty important. I mean, we get another one with Otis, right? Didn't she also fight in the Smoke War? Maybe.
뭐 우리야 좋지. 잡지 않은 기회는 유찰될 뿐이야.
I'll be taking that.
아버지를 찾고 있었나?
Fuck you.
당신
생각보단 난 헤르만이라고.
I'm Herman. We'll be seeing each other
앞으로 자주
often.
보게 될. 우리는
We need these
가지가
vows and you are
필요하고.
capable of finding them. How about fuck you,
너희는
bro?
죽지 않지만 물론 지금은 말고 황금 가지는 우리 쪽에서 안전하게.
구보
Gubo.
나의 벗. 이것이 그대가 선택한
Dude,
길이야.
now we know who Gubo is and we know who Isang is. I literally like, bro, okay. This was all just jargon to me. Like when I first played it, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. Now that I know who they are, it's a little bit more easy to understand what's happening. Like I feel like the pacing in the first chapter was so like ass in terms of like information overload. Like, how the hell am I, as a new player, supposed to remember any of this shit happening if I don't know who all these characters are already? Like, dude, there's no way.
맞아. 이젠 몇 안 남았지. 오랜만이네. 형.
네 옷에 더러운
지아
냄새 나는 거
후안.
알고 있어? 지금 꼴을 가족들이 봤어야 했는데.
아주 만남의 내가 준 선물은
How are you treating my
잘
present? Your
간직하고
present?
있어? 고작 이런 꼬락서니가 되라고 준 거.
바란 적 없어. 한 번도.
그래도 포장지는 맞아. 고작 그 능력이.
자, 인사는 여기까지.
Dude, maybe we can see Gregor distort into full bug form. Wasn't that like a thing? It's like, oh, if he gets stressed out, he more of him turns into a bug, and then it never happens. Capital D : less than Herman.
쉬운 임무라고 생각했는데 눈앞에서 황금 가지를
After allowing the golden bow
빼앗기고
to be taken before your very eyes, you had the gall to walk in with your faces up.
나의 과대평가였나?
Yes.
파우스터 씨,
불멸만이 해답은 아니더군요.
당신은 할 말이 없.
황금 가지를 노리고 왔던
설마 내게 책임을 묻는 겁니까? 되묻죠, 단테. 아무런 위협 세력이 없는 곳에 해결사까지 추가로 고용해가면서
Hiring
말이지.
fix it. Oh, we hired them and they betrayed us? That's so ass.
됐어, 관리자 양반. 그건 내 탓이야. 책망하려면 나에게.
걸작이군. 만난 지 얼마나 되었다고 벌써부터 뭐 피차 한 배에 묶인 자들끼리 감싸주는 게 지부를
Just
감싸주는
another sticking
게
up for one another does not make up for your
연락이
incompetence.
왔습니다. 애프터
After
팀의
Team Spec
특별
Ops Section
작전사가
4 has just gone underground for their
그래,
job.
그래야겠지. 정작 중요한 정수는 이렇지만 말이.
뒤끝이 길군. 전장에서 실패는 의뢰 있는 법이다. 첫 작전에서 너무 많은 걸 바라는 게 아닌가?
Ooh, the
관리자님은
expectations were too high.
천재라고는 믿을 수 없는 성과를 보여주었다.
Yeah, manager's performance was outstanding. No casualties in Chapter 1. No casualty. Okay, well, there were like 2 casualties, but no sinner casualties.
뭐
그렇죠.
Bus reeked of blood with all the stains and gore on our outfits, yet none of us tried to open the windows.
벌레 양반.
Bug guy.
네피의 머리에 뭘 매단 거야?
두 사람의 유품이다. 딱 유리
I had a
심한
sister?
여동생이 있었거든.
Wait, Gregor had a sister? Yo, how many people knew this? Gregor had a sister? Since when? Since when?
그냥 그랬었다고.
Ishmael wore grieving looks, and Claire was quietly weeping, and Roja let out a distressed sigh.
결혼 시야의 방.
카루는 괜찮아.
Ian doesn't read. Okay, it's in the book. Yeah, okay. There's a lot of things in the book. He has like a mother and father and grandmother or something also.
부릉부릉.
Vroom vroom. Oh yeah. The best pass on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I don't know if we want to do a sing-along for this one. there's gonna be a lot of sing-alongs. We'll probably see her in the Greg's story in some way, maybe. Him having a sister has not been relevant to Limbus' story at all until this point. How are we supposed to remember? Dude, he mentioned it like at once or twice offhand. Like how, dude, how, in chapter 1 it's mentioned offhandedly once or twice. Like that's crazy. He said he had a sister, that implies she's no longer around. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. And she's literally never mentioned again. This chapter is so bad. Well, it's not worse than chapter 2, but it is pretty mid. I'll give you that. It's not great. It's a miracle any of us even decided to keep playing the game, honestly. I like Isong's version more. His is pretty good. It's just not as musical as the other ones. Like, I like when there's like some very soothing vocals. You know? Isong's is more like chill, you know? It's not as melodic. Which, I mean, is not a bad thing. It's just my personal preference. That's all. That's because every gacha game starts with a shitty chapter 1. Okay, that's like most games when you don't know anything. I miss the old drawings, bros. Even if Kanto 1 wasn't that good, for our standards, it's probably godly compared to most gachas. I mean, probably, because most gacha stories are pretty ass, for the most part. We made it, guys. Did we get post scene? Dude, what if Damien showed up in chapter 1? What if we got a post-credit scene with Damien in chapter 1? That would be so fucked up. Basic identity uptied to 2, baby. Ego thread spin uptied to 2. I actually don't remember what the uptie 1 egos look like. Suppress 20 abnos, that's me. 3 thread, oh yeah, baby. We still have no XP tickets, right? God damn it. Can't fucking do anything. Can't have shit in this game. But we got so much loony. By gacha story standards, Limbus is definitely up there. Let's put Butler Faust as our home screen.
대화의 금일 지하가 다소 소란스러울 수 있겠습니다. 사냥을 대비할.
Dude, Uptide 2 looks so cursed on base centers. Like, this looks so cursed. What do they even get at tier 2? I don't even know. I can't even see the Uptide button. They don't even let me look at it. Just to have a sniffle of it. They don't even let me have a little sniffle of the Uptide button. Unlucky. They get passives? Oh, they get passives. Holy shit. 4 Envy Resonance. Wow. Wow. Say it ain't so. Are they all resonance passives, the base centers? What? Why are they so bad? No, I mean, 2 sloth res is okay, I guess.
이 저택은 해가 잘 들지 않습니다.
Will you allow support IDs? Hell no. Bro, that would be stupid. I could just solo K-Corp Honglu. Like, I could just add my main account and then solo level 45 base Honglu the entire story.
오티스님의 명령으로
That would be so stupid.
가까이 와서 몸을 녹이시길. 이 저택은 해가 잘 들지
Anyways,
않습니다.
as far as gacha games go, I think this story is pretty decent.
탐험난로를 더
Pretty
세게
good.
짚혔습니다. 가까이 와서 몸을 녹이시길.
I mean, at some point you could do that normally. Yeah, but that gives me access to any ID I want. The idea is that, you know, I don't have any ID that I want. I gotta make do with what I get. You know, that's the idea. Anyway. Star Extraction Otis. I don't think there's any good Otis IDs that I would want to pull for. We already have Sonk, and Sonk Otis is good. 7 Otis and Butler Otis. Yeah, I don't really... I'm not too attracted to either of those, so we'll wait until the next one.
저택은 해가 잘 들지 않습니다.
Ring Otis? I don't know if Ring Otis would be better than Sonk Otis, though. Because Sonk Otis clashes better. Dude, oh my god, there's so many IDs. As for Ego, the first order of business is going to be the what's it called? Fluid sac, obviously. I think fluid sac is going to be like the most important thing we get. Season 2 does not really have that much. I mean, Sun Shower is really good. That's about it from here. Season 2 is kind of all misses. Season 3 we can't dispense because that was last season. We can't dispense the IDs for. Ring Otis is good if you have a comp for it. Does my ass look like I have a comp for it? Bro, I'm obviously talking about in the context of this account. I'm obviously not. I don't have an account for Ring Otis. Anyways, that's going to be it for today. We got through chapter 1. Thank you, thank you. Yuri, Faust, Butler, Ishmael, and Diechi Isang would be good 2 stars. Butler, Ishmael we have. Diechi Isang. I have never used Diechi Isang, so I actually would not know if he's that good or not. He looks pretty good. I think for Isang IDs, 2-star anyway, I think the best option would probably... I mean, Molar is probably his best 2-star. We can't even... Oh, we can. Molar would be his best one, right? That's what I would pick, in my opinion. It just clashes better. Butler Faust is probably good. Butler Ishmael. Oh, you mean Butler Ishmael. I don't remember what Butler Ishmael does. She's okay. Ishmael has better 2-stars though. Like, I would even use She Section Ishmael. I should have had her equipped so we could level her. But Flashing Strike, you just use like, you use Uptie 2 She Ishmael so that she gets more flashing strikes and you just play like that. That's probably what we should have done. Actually, that's probably what we should have done. So I mean, C-section Ishmael is good enough. I don't know if we need to dispense Butler. And then besides that, it's mostly consistency picks. You want just things that can be consistent. So pretty much nothing from Season 2. Pretty much nothing from Season 2. I mean, Mittelhammer, Roja is pretty decent. Like, the power creep is so real for Season 3, though, and we can't dispense Season 3, so we'd have to pull them. I mean, I'm not going to dispense 2 stars. We're going to be saving for egos, probably. Like, we're going to be saving for sustained egos and stuff.
가까이 와서 몸을 녹이시길.
But anyways, that's gonna do it for today. I have other things to do, and we did get through chapter 1. You know, we did ego review, so that's pretty good. I think we're all good here.
이 저택은 해가 잘 들지
So,
않습니다.
I suppose enter mirror. When does mirror dungeon unlock? Clear chapter 2. Okay.
이 저택은 해가 잘 들지 않습니다.
Anyways, that's gonna do it for now. I will catch you later when I catch you. It will be probably, we're gonna be playing the new event, so it'll be like Wednesday, Thursday-ish will be the next stream. Alright, later. Bye-bye.